Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the Scrap and Roll MMA podcast. I'm your host, Sky. We got your host, Jace, in the building. Let's go. Pardon me, straight off the top. I am sick. When you have kids, they get you sick with all the daycare germs. It's disgusting. But I'm here. I'm here. Um, and
The
let's
champs
do
are
it.
here. Before we get into it, real fast, even if you just came across this channel right here, right now, do us a huge favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. It costs you zero. What else nowadays costs zero? And it helps enormous in the algorithm. We really appreciate y'all coming and checking out our channel.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then also, if this is your first time on the pod, just let you know this is Sky, the co-host as well. She is my real life blood sister. So we still talk shit. Um, really, like the podcast is about me shining and her trying to fuck up my shine. That's kind of what the podcast is like.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
I know a lot of people come here just for my betting advice. As we know, last year I had a 97.3% win for the year. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't be rolling your eyes, nigga.
Because my voice is like going in and out, like he's really just trying to get off all of these lies. That's the theme that you'll notice is that Jace. Oh, speaking of that, Jace, Munib, a frequent guest on the show, sent in. He wanted to come on the show. Now, full disclosure, we had two guests that were supposed to come on the show this week, but today they weren't able to make it, and so I wasn't able to have Munib, who frequently comes on, comes on. But he asked to come on, and he said if he cannot, do him a favor. He said, I've predicted Jace will be over glazing on Money McConnell drop Islam, even though it was a slip. So glazing about dropping Islam, even though it was a slip. He says, can you tell him that, and this is in quotes, the reason you're saying that's the only, and you have to understand, Munib is from a different country, so the English is a little different. But he says, the reason you're saying that's the only saving grace for the loser to look good. Thanks, Sky. So,
First and foremost, it was not a slip. I don't know who the fuck. Listen, this must be the same person as Sky. Don't be a fucking homer on this, right? That they say Max did not get knocked down by Justin. He was just like, who says that was not a knockdown? That's crazy. That's crazy. The same fucking person. That was not a slip. Don't listen to the commentators. Don't let them try to bully your son. He's bullying your son into
hey,
to thinking it was and what it was not.
like Jace loves to say, I'm sorry, did it count? Was it on the record? Did it show up on the record? Did he win?
See, I love how great I am because all y'all do is quote me. And as we know, all people do is quote greatness. Hold on. Sometimes I like to bask in my own glory. But no, actually, I'm not going to glaze about that. My biggest thing is glaze is cheers! Everyone, welcome. The Dagestan party is over. Let's
You think it's
go.
over?
Let's go.
Shout out to
Yes,
Merab.
finally. Shout out to Merab, the chink in the armor, finally to say Dagestan, none shall pass. Shout out to Gandalf the Grey. Like, finally, we can end this fucking era. And you glazers out there, Dagestan, Dagestan, Dagestan. What about Georgia? I'm not talking about A-Town. I'm talking about the country, Georgia. I've been there. Capital, Tbilisi. It's a beautiful country, and I am so glad that Marab got it done. Not only because I predicted it, ching, clip that, but way to just to stop the Dagestan avalanche. You know what I mean? And this wasn't just someone from Dagestan. This is from the home. This is from Habib. This is from Abdul. This is prime time. This isn't a distant person. This is actually from his camp, the tribe.
And while all that is true, let's not act like Marab blew him out the water or dominated him. Um, I mean, we have to give Umar his credit. This was a phenomenal fight. This was a back and forth fight. I am very happy Marab won. Let me start by saying that I'm very happy Marab won, but I'm also not going to act like Umar wasn't in the fight. Um, Now, I haven't went back to watch round 5. There are some people that are saying that, hey, I don't know. Listen, I don't care. I don't care. All I'm saying is that Umar had a good showing of himself. He did break his hand. Blah blah blah. Merab came in with the injury. It is what it is. But as this fight's happening, I'm texting CJ and Jason. I'm like, does it look like this shit is on 2x speed? Those fuckers were fast as hell in there. That
That's
was
legit. That's legit. I was really impressed, but at the end of the day, Rob is that motherfucking dude. I mean, I'm not a huge Marab guy, right? Like that's not my dude. I don't plant my flag there. But shit, game recognized game. You know, he looking real familiar.
Let me ask you something.
Go on.
The former uh former Mexican, but actually this applies to Henry Cejudo. Former Mexican has now come out and said that he has to say Merab is the bantamweight GOAT. Do you agree?
No, I think people would like to throw that around, you know, throw around and the recency bias to be like, oh, this person's a goat, this person's a goat, that person's a goat. The number one for me, the number one criteria for goat status is longevity, right? It's not about doing it, you know, one or two times. It's not even about being dominant for 2 years. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like your boy, like when you go, I think what Jose went 11 years without like losing a fight, like that's dominant. You know
But
what I mean?
as you would say, that was in the WEC, that wasn't in the UFC.
That's not what I would say. I give respect to the WEC.
You do not. You start
You,
talking about
who are you
outside of the
talking? Who are you
UFC.
talking
You
to?
start talking about
Hey, woo
outside of the
woo,
UFC records.
woo woo! You better lower your voice. Talking to a grown ass man. S
Listen,
A
he
B. I
started
was
speaking.
watching the WEC. You
Listen,
didn't even know that the WEC was around. What you mean?
Jose Aldo, Peter Yan, your man, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, 4 former champions in
Two
his
in their prime.
last. I'm sorry, Jose wasn't in his prime.
Fuck no. Jose is
This is
800
when
years old.
that's the fight that stopped Jose from getting a second title shot. What are you talking
And
about?
that still wasn't his prime.
Yes, it was.
No, no. His prime was when he was fighting Conor McGregor. That was his prime.
In my opinion, Jose Aldo has had 2 primes.
There's
He
no
has
such
not just
thing.
been limited to. Okay, well, that's your opinion. In my opinion, he has had 2, and in my opinion, he was on the verge leading up to this fight. If he would have won that fight, he was getting yet again another title shot, and that's
Agreed.
when Merab decided to hold him up against the cage in Salt Lake City, very much like Mario Batista did in Salt Lake City, and just hold him up against the cage. And
Agreed.
that's when a lot of the Merab hate started. But prior to that, Jose was doing his damn thing.
Not his prime. You are showing
Okay.
your youth. You're showing you still wet behind the ears. You're showing you got Similac on your breath still.
Anyways, not about to go back and forth with you about it. Marab is out here killing
Ill.
champions. He's out here killing goats. He's killed. If he all he needs on that record is Dominic Cruz, but he's nowhere near the
No,
top.
the
If he
person out
takes
here killing
Dominic Cruz
goats
out,
is fucking Ilia Topuria.
he's killed more. He's
He's
he's he's he's beat 4 of former champions.
a former champions that doesn't like classify as goat. We can agree there was a real debate, right, between of who was the featherweight goat, which was Max, Volk, and Jose. Is that fair to say? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
All right, and those were legitimate conversations throughout the MMA community, not just our fantastic fucking podcast.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And then you got your boy Ilia Topuria who goes out there and beats Vokes and destroys Max Holloway. 2 of the 3. Like literally beat Vogue and then fucking took a shit on Max, got him out of there, pulverized him. You know what? That's a term we don't use enough. Pulverized. I'm gonna start using that because Ilya pulverized Max and then he beat Volk. Or sorry, he beat Volk and then pulverized Max.
So you think that Marab's record? is you think that Ilia's record is superior to Merab's?
I wouldn't say it's superior. No, that's not the statement I'm making. I'm saying on the top end, like when you talk about best wins, his two best wins are better than anything Marab has done. Is that fair to say?
No, I'm gonna say that Henry Cejudo and Jose Aldo are big fucking names. Those are two double champions.
You think those two? Okay, so you, Sky, as a fighter, would rather have those two wins than over Max and Volk?
Yeah, I would. I'd rather have two double champions. I'd rather have two double champions.
I call
Oh, I'm
Cap.
sorry, Jose Aldo's not a double champion. My bad. But Henry Cejudo was.
So, just for the record, do you think it's more impressive to get wins over Cejudo and Aldo than Volk and Max Holloway?
I really put Jose Aldo higher than you think I do.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying combination of the two.
Yes, and the reason being is the styles of the fighters. Henry Cejudo really ranks high for me personally. Do I like him as a person? He's annoying, but like Henry Cejudo, he's a double champion, Olympic gold medalist. He was that dude at the time. He beat DJ. I don't think he beat DJ, but he went inside there. He cleared your boy out of there. Um,
You really are just taking a shit on your own argument.
why?
Why? Because you're saying he beat quotations DJ. You, in your hardest of hearts, don't feel like he won that fight at all.
Going
I know
back,
that's a fact.
going back to what you say, but did he win? What does it say on the paper?
We're not talking about me.
Regardless
We're
of
talking
how
about
I
you.
feel, regardless of how I feel, what's on paper is all we can go off of, correct? Not my feelings. As you always say, why you in your feelings? Not my feelings. My feelings, my thoughts, and my
I
emotions don't matter.
love I love that you always want to quote me. Again, always achieve and strive for greatness. That's what I'm here for. Hey, everyone, if you're watching the pod, well, obviously you're watching the pod, go ahead and comment below. Because there's no fucking way on planet Earth that the combined wins of Jose and Cejudo are better than Max and Volk.
Cool. What does that have to do with Merab being the bantamweight goat?
I
You
don't think he's
started
the bantamweight
you
goat.
started talking about Ilia like that had anything to do with Merab.
No, well, it was about longevity, and we could go off on tangents because that's what we do on this podcast. We go off on rants and we go off on tangents.
I think based off his resume, he's cleared everybody. There's nobody at 135 who's fucking with him. There's nobody at 135 who he shit hasn't beat. Let's pull up the 135 top 15.
While you got that pulled up and while we're looking at this, why don't you go ahead and scroll to the pound for pound? Because this is actually something I did want to get into today. How is Merab not in a more of a conversation for pound number one?
They got him at number 5. Below your guy, Ilia, below your guy Alex, below your guy John, and Islam.
Listen, this might be a hot take and this might be a little bit of recency bias for myself, which is very rare. I
Why
have
is
a
Leon
difficult
Edwards still there?
uh, I have a difficult time saying Merab is not the pound for pound number one.
Ooh, that's a different topic. Haven't heard that.
I have a difficult time after what I watched.
Over Islam?
After what I watched,
Number
I
one
have a
bullshit, brother. Number
no,
one bullshit.
no.
Daggy hater in the building.
I listen.
hey,
I
hey,
am.
Joker, just when we thought that Jace was on the Daggy team, he switched on us.
I'm not a Daggy hater. I'm not a Daggy hater. I'm a Daggy hater, but I do really enjoy Islam. I do like Islam. But from what I saw, I don't know if anyone pound for pound beats Marab. At the end of the day,
Who's
like your
beating
boy,
Islam?
pound for pound, I think Marab gets him out of there.
Like his cardio and endurance.
We have seen Islam tire the fuck out.
Yeah.
I've never seen Marab get tired.
Honestly, they need to he has a third lung in there. It's somewhere they just need to find it.
Listen, like your boy Uncle Chill always says, a fighter's biggest fear is not his opponent, it's exhaustion.
That's my
And for
biggest fear.
some I've had that happen twice in my life where I literally was like started having a panic attack because I couldn't catch my breath and started
Yeah.
fucking dry heaving.
Yeah.
And
God
I could
forbid
imagine,
people are around.
God forbid, someone's trying to punch you in the face in the same breath. Yeah, so for me, that's crazy. And what I watch because and walk with me here a little bit of a tangent. I somewhat equate Umar to what a pound for pound fight would be with him and John Jones.
Umar or Islam?
Umar to
Okay.
a John Jones. Wrestling base, they can fucking wrestle and they can take you down. But what do they love to do more than anything else? Kick. John Jones loved to kick more than anything else. Keep distance, keep you at bay. Umar, same kind. Loves to kick, you know what I mean? Keep you at distance, switch kicks, you know what I mean? Teat kicks, strong wrestling base. And then you got Umar, then you got Merab, who is just literally the definition of just the irresistible force.
Irresistible.
It was
Hey.
just, it was, I don't know, Scott. I don't know about me, but I was mesmerized watching that fight. And as you said, they were going back and forth, and this dude just not getting tired.
Scary.
Terrifying.
Very scary.
How
Very
did you
scary.
score the fight?
I scored it 2-1. I mean 3-2. I gave Umar the first 2 rounds, and then Marab took over the last 3.
For me, actually, I thought the hardest round to judge was round one.
Mm-hmm.
That for me could have been coin flip. I think I leaned toward Umar, but then Marab just put it on him. And fucking Umar again. Your hands broke. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. That has nothing to do with your level of exhaustion. When he was talking to Joe at the end, my hand broke. Like, bro, get your Lamaze down, my guy. Get your Lamaze breathing down.
Hey, not Lamaze.
Do you think that Marab is fairly rated in the pound for pound?
Number 5, yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
you would put him there?
Yeah, I'd put him behind. Yeah, I'd put him behind Ilia, Alex, John Jones, and Islam. I'm fine with that.
Who's your number
Um,
one?
Islam. Right now, let's go back to the Chael example, which I actually really think is the best example. If you had a kid, who would you want your child to fight like? I'm going Islam.
That was one of the greatest questions we've ever posed on this
I
podcast.
mean, it gets straight to the meat and potatoes. Like, you might like another fighter. Like, as you guys know, like, I'm a massive Max Holloway fan. That's why Jace was doing all that rage baiting and talking crazy.
What are you
Um,
talking about?
but if it would come down to meat and potatoes and my daughters had to be a fighter, yeah, I'm going Islam. I'm going wrestling base.
Listen, send her to Dagestan. Send them to Dagestan for 3 to 4 years.
Now they can't go. They don't let girls do that. Stop.
Send them to Dagestan for 3 to 4 years. You get a phone call every 6 months. Come back world champion.
Oh man.
Just saying.
Yeah. Um. All right. Was there anything else from this weekend that we need to talk about that was just, all straight?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm smoking crack. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. A
What? Did you
potential fight of the
watch?
year? Potential
There
fight
was
of the year?
two. There were two potential
Yes.
fights of the
Yes.
year.
Let's start with Yuri Prohaska taking on Jamal Hill. Humble pie.
Humble pie. I'm glad he hasn't came out and said anything crazy.
Yeah.
The only thing I saw him come out and say was he thought it was bullshit that Yuri got so much time to recover from the eye poke.
Womp womp.
That was a phenomenal fight.
It was.
Phenomenal fight.
I will
Yeah.
say, though it was phenomenal, we can agree that it looked goofy.
No.
All right. Then that's just my opinion. They look goofy. They look messy.
Yuri's that dude. I fucks with Yuri heavy. I fucks with him heavy. I think he's cool. I love everything about him. You know what I mean? It just sucks that he's in the Poetan era.
You don't think the striking looked crazy?
No, listen, I equate Yuri to Rob. You know,
Rob who?
Whitaker.
Man, you smoking dope. Rob is never out there out of place and out of pocket like that. Don't do that to Rob.
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was getting his fucking face literally ripped apart. What are you talking about? What
Unless
the
I
fuck are you
before
talking
this, you
about?
see Yuri get
What are
his
you
hand.
talking about?
Don't do that. Don't do that to Rob.
Literally getting his face fucking It's like those memes of you trying to get the fucking treat out of the dog's mouth and just trying to rip his face apart.
I come
Thank
in for
God there was a
everyone.
ref. Hambalela!
Kill everybody.
Kill
Um,
everybody!
okay, here's my beef with the MMA community. Because y'all fuckers gave, y'all. How do we possibly see a third fight with Max and Volk and blah blah blah? Now all of a sudden, Yuri has been finished twice by Alex, and y'all over here talking
Pause.
about let's see it again. Pause for real. Are you fucking kidding me? The last time we seen him, he got his head kicked off. I don't need to see that again. Alex wins that fight every time.
But yet you don't have that same energy about Max and Volk.
No, this is a fuck you to the fans. My position is a fuck you to the fans who try to act that way about about Alex and Volk, and then with Yuri, like, yeah, let's see it again. For what? For what? Volk never finished Max. Pause.
He destroyed him the last time
You
they
want to
fought.
see in the last fight? Come on.
In the last
Yuri,
fight, he didn't get destroyed?
I said in the last fight. Don't act like the first
That's
two
what I
fights.
said.
That. Don't do that. Yuri Prohaska, you want to see him against Alex again?
Yeah. Listen,
You're literally just saying this to piss me off.
No. First of all, listen, I don't think about you when I think about these fights. You are
Lies.
a gnat at a barbecue just annoying the shit out of me. That's what you are.
Lies.
I'm fucking swatting you away. Right?
Oh,
Let
God.
me cook, please. For the simple fact, more than anything else, I cannot get enough, right? I get that, as John Jones says, on that stare down. Their stare downs to me are just like of epic proportion. I love it. I fucking love it. And I think Yuri is so close to getting Alex.
All right. Your boy Kevin Holland got some humble pie. If you're new to the
Thank God.
pod, it's fuck Kevin for life.
For life.
What
Yo,
is he? Four or what?
he's lost
1 and
4 out of his last fights.
yeah, he's lost 4 out of his last 5 fights.
Trying to
We
be
love
like
that.
the
Send him
guy we
off
don't
to
speak about.
PFL. Send him to PFL.
Whoa,
He
hold
said
on.
he's a prize fighter.
Real fast. Yo, Almeida fucking okay, he's not my guy. I don't support him, but he got that nigga out of there.
Thank God. Thank God.
He got them out of there real fucking quick. Real quick.
Needed that.
Is RDR a contender?
I don't think so.
Really?
I wasn't impressed.
Because of his opponent? Because he walked through him.
Just his technique, just the way he looked. I wasn't impressed with his first fight. Just like I'm not impressed with Shara Bullet. It's just when I look at him, it's not clean. But then again, this is middleweight we're talking about. Look at the champion. DDP is goofy as fuck.
DDP is that dude.
He's goofy as fuck. So this
Goofy
this
as fuck
that era.
champion.
Yeah, I just said he. Look at the champion.
Look at the champion. Put some respect on my name.
My boy Frank Ocean's boyfriend got beat up. Peyton Talbot.
Listen, wait a second, real fast. Let's talk about just the worst cornering ever.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that. Peyton Talbot, you'll probably never see this, but if you do, come to Las Vegas, get out of Reno, and get the fuck away from your corner. The fact you had to continuously ask them what's working, what should I do, is a problem. By the time you got back to the corner, they should have knew exactly what you should have been doing. These motherfuckers just sitting around, yeah, man, just like they were giving crappy ass advice. Yeah, awful.
That was wild. I literally texted Sky like right after the round going, did you hear that corner work? Oh my God. Oh my God. And I could hear the like DC and Joe really just want to say like, yo, dog, you need to upgrade your corner. You expect to be that dude, not with that corner advice.
Yeah, and they talked about it. They talked about it in the middle. What was the potential fight of the night? I can't. It was this one, right?
What?
No, it was Tercios versus Sapage.
That was a good. Well, for me, the fights of the night was Merab and Jiri.
I'm talking about potential fight of the year. Sorry. Let me see. Who was I texting? Because I was texting
Shout
some.
out to Albania. I love Albania. I've been to Albania. Great place. Great place. Great opposite sex.
What?
Let me cook. Let me cook.
Man, it's wild.
Your boy, your boy. Oh, real fast. Everyone who came into that fight undefeated left with an L.
Oh, use the O.
They was taking Cheerios that night. And then also real fast before we move on, I love. Listen, I know a lot of people hate about anytime there's events in California. I love California. I thought one, the judging was on point. Like I can't remember. I don't remember the last time there being a card where I was did not disagree adamantly, not just a little bit, but adamantly with the judging. Like the judging was lovely. I love the fact they have your boy Chris Lieben, former UFC fighter, as a judge. You know what I mean? Also, what I also love about what California does, they tell you how much those fighters weigh in on fight night. So
Mm-hmm.
you see everyone who is a weight bully, average person gaining fucking 15 to 20 pounds. Why are you rolling your eyes?
I just don't like this whole weight bully narrative
Why?
because it's not a thing. It's just not a thing.
Okay.
Everybody is cutting weight. Period. As long as a person makes weight, it is what it is. Like being a weight bully this, weight bully that. If you step on the scale, you're doing it correctly, you're not pulling a towel trick like DC, then it is what it is. Like, this whole weight bully thing is just everybody's cutting weight. If everybody decides to not cut weight and fight at their actual weights, it'd be different.
Everyone's not cutting weight.
95% of fighters are cutting weight.
Okay, that's not everybody then now, is it?
It doesn't matter. That's just like the people who say everybody's on steroids. I don't believe that. But everybody is actually cutting weight. They're cutting at least 2 pounds, 3 pounds. They're cutting weight. So yes, it is an actual statement. Everyone's cutting weight.
Almeida lost weight. Thank you.
Okay, sometimes when you are cutting weight, you can still continue to drop even afterwards. So just because he lost like what 2 pounds or something like that, a pound and a half, something like that, like let's stop.
Proof's in the pudding.
Is that not
Do
cutting weight? He went down in weight.
do you
He went
like?
down in weight.
He went down in weight.
Yeah,
He
that's
didn't
what
go
cutting
up.
weight is. That's what
He
cutting
didn't
weight
go up
is.
in weight.
Cutting weight is still
Just
losing
let me
weight.
ask you this, as you just babble. Do you like the fact of knowing how much the fighters weighed in on fight night?
Couldn't care less. I don't care.
That's crazy.
I don't even know why it matters to me or anybody.
That's crazy. You don't think that weight bullying is a real thing? That's wild to me. I was also shocked to know that your boy Jiri gained like 3 pounds. So, because I look at him like, bro, there's no way you're making 185. It's impossible. But then you see like his like going into the cage at 208. It's like, oh no, you could probably cut down to 185. That's crazy because he looks enormous. Pause.
He needs to. He's not going to beat Alex.
He could.
All right.
Do
There's
you
always
think
that
he just,
possibility. Yeah, there's always that possibility. Anybody can win on any given night.
especially against a striker?
I just don't think he's going to beat Alex.
That first fight was really competitive.
Until the second round when he ended him.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the first round? What about the second fight? Hey, shout out to Sean O'Malley. He got, oh, they gave Aljo the first round. Okay, well, they scored the second round.
What is a? Did you see fucking O'Malley and his pink
What a
Komodo?
loser. He
What a
really had
weird
like
fucker.
a weird loser vibe there.
He
Nobody
is a
clapped.
loser.
Did you hear it was quiet as hell in there.
He's not that guy. He's
Man,
finally painted the
that guy
fraud.
still.
I don't know why they try to paint him that picture. He's not that guy. Why are you wearing a pink Komodo?
Why are you guys talking about giving him a title shot next?
There's no way.
He's not beating Merab.
He's not beating
He
Merab.
has a puncher's chance, yes.
He's zero chance of beating Merab.
He has a puncher's chance for sure.
Sure.
He can put his lights
Okay.
out.
Everyone has a puncher's
Yes,
chance.
yes.
Yeah.
But he's
But
not me.
Merab is different from Aljo.
He just killed a Daggy, like
He killed. Listen,
killed
talk
the
about a
Daggy.
shrine. Talk about something to have on the mantle. You know what I mean? Where does Umar go after this?
I think Umar still will be champion, just not right now.
Wrong
I could see
answer.
him fighting. I could see Umar fighting. I'd like him to fight your guy, Peter. Peter.
No, where he goes to this is the fucking gym and sauna and runs.
Oh, Habib is beating him with
Oh
wet
man,
cows type
I
shit.
was so happy to see Habib just losing his mind. Just you could see just the shame and just the hatred in his eyes. It was great.
There is no one at 135 who can fuck with Merab Dvalishvili. There is no one. I'm looking. Sean O'Malley, Peter Yan, Umar, Corey, Davison, Cheeto Vera, Henry Cejudo, Song Yadong, Rob Font, Mario Batista, Jose Aldo, Kyler Phillips, Eamon Zahabi, Marcus McGee. Oh, Marcus made it to the top 15, hey? And Montel Jackson. There,
Real fast,
no one's fucking with him.
let's just remind the fans who picked Marab to be the champion of 135 at the end
I
of the
think
year.
we all did. Let me take a look.
I know I did.
Uh,
A
oh,
lot of
you
y'all
did.
niggas picked
You and
Umar.
CJ. You and CJ. I picked Umar. Me and Damien picked Umar.
Welp.
Well, there's still a possibility. You never know. Um, because it was a close competitive fight, and Habib can make that call, brother.
Ain't got nothing to do with his
Okay.
iron lungs. How old is Marab? 36, 37?
No, I don't even think he's that old. Because then he'd be breaking that whole little 36. Um, let's see. I want to say early 30s. He's 34.
34.
He just turned 34, January 10th.
What was that motherfucker like 10 years ago then?
A beast. Hey, you know what? And shout out to him. I know a lot of y'all were haters. I think even Jace might have been one who was talking crap about Aljo and Merab and wanting them to fight. I was always on the side of like, hey, they're friends. They don't want to. The UFC never offered them that fight. That's important to point out because everybody likes to say it, but the UFC, Dana never called. They never sent a check. They never sent an offer for them to actually fight.
Are
And I just
you are you in the boardroom with Dana and Hunter and Campbell?
Dana has said that he never offered the fight, and so did the fighters. So that's just a
Hmm,
fact.
just curious.
So everybody's lying for what?
Hey, people lie every day.
So the fighters is lying, and Dana's lying for what?
Dana lies. We know that. So let's just take him off the board.
Oh, okay. So if he says that he never offered the fight, and if the fighter said he never offered the fight, we're supposed to believe you saying that he did offer the fight.
It doesn't matter here or there. Listen, I take the Mike Tyson approach to it. If you're his friend and you really like love him, get him paid.
He did get
So
paid.
Mike
He's a
Tyson
champion.
says,
He's a champion.
"Hey, hey."
He
And
waited
if
it
he's not
out.
the
They sat there.
champion, Aljo. Thankfully.
Doesn't matter. He is a former champion though. That's for life.
Fair.
Period. Don't be a hater.
At least I don't have to see his face anymore.
Oh God, stop being a hater on somebody
Not
who
a
did nothing
hater.
to you. God, y'all hating on Aljo for no reason. It's just getting old. It's just fucking old and stupid.
To you.
It is. It's fucking dumb.
To you.
Yeah, it is to me. It's my opinion.
Okay.
Um, where does Islam go from here?
Well, according to my picks, I need Islam to go up to 170. Need him to vacate the 155 title.
Not happening. Did you see the post fight?
He just said he'll fight anybody.
Yeah, but he's not vacating. He wasn't adamant like before that like this was his last fight at 155. I thought it was, but he wasn't that adamant that it was. So I'm thinking now that like maybe he does stay there.
Let's talk about the big 155 rumor going on of your guy, the semi-retired Max Holloway, going up against Charles Du Bronx Oliveria. BMF title. How do you feel about that? Just off the rip.
I'm excited for it. I look forward
Why?
to that fight. I look forward to that fight. It's a good fight. Uh, two massive fan bases. Um, two darlings. They fought before. Didn't really count because the boy's esophagus or whatever when he used to be a quitter. And so now we finally get to see
Wait a
him.
second. Wait a second. You can't just say his esophagus gave out and he was a quitter. Like that
It
sounds like some
didn't.
shit I
That's
used
what
to
he
say.
said, but it didn't.
No, I'm just saying that sounds like something I used to say to girls when I lived in Vegas 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Fuck.
Disgusting.
Just saying, don't be a quitter. Like that was weird. Anyways.
Disgusting. Um, So yeah, I'm excited for the fight. We know that Jace is gonna do the whole thing that he did on the last episode. Charles Oliveira is gonna kill him. Oh, go ahead, Jace.
First of all, listen, if you're going to at least try to mimic the great one, put a little bit bass in your voice, please. Okay, I'm a man. Okay, I eat beef jerky. You know what I mean? From around the way. You know what I mean? I'm going home with something. I'm going home with something. That's one of my favorite quotes that Denzel Washington from around the way.
Ever. I'm leaving here with
Denzel,
something.
no one thinks you're from around the way. You may be, but no one thinks you're from around the way.
He's from around the way.
So he says. It's been a long
Hey, the
time.
man's like 70 something years old now. Like,
Yeah.
anyways, how you feel about the fight?
So I was actually talking about it this earlier today with our fellow guest. Sometimes your man Vinny. Shout out to Vinny, who's
Yeah,
in.
shout out to Vinny.
He's in Algeria right now.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, but because he, as much as you are as a Max fan, he is a Charles fan. Um, and we both agreed. Like, I just don't want to see the fight. I don't want to see him fight. I'm tired of watching two people who I really love, you know what I mean, fight each other. There's guys who I like, right? So obviously also announced was Dan Hooker, Justin Gaethje. Those are two guys who I really, really love. That's a car crash that's going to happen, and I'm here for it. Take my money.
And that more so feels like a BMF fight, right?
No.
No,
They,
ooh, interesting.
all four of them are BMFs. Like, all four of them are BMFs.
Okay.
Like, Charles is a BMF. You know what I mean? The new Charles, right? The new Charles. New Charles is a BMF. Max is obviously a BMF. Justin is, of course, a BMF, but it's hard, you know what I mean? Because he got obliterated his last fight. See, give him shine. And then Dan Hooker's just a dog. Like, he's literally the definition of a dog.
This fight's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna end early. It's gonna end early.
God. Dan Hooker's a madman. Justin Gaethje. We don't. But listen, we don't know if we get the same Justin. Everyone thinks they're still that guy until they get in the octagon. It's a real live fight. And after getting knocked out the way that Justin did, it changes fighters sometimes. Sometimes they come back in and they're fine, but other times you never know.
Shout out to Volk.
You don't know who you're gonna
Shout
get.
out to Volk.
Yeah, you don't know who you're gonna get in there. Which is another reason why I don't want Volk and Ilia right now. Like, Volk needs to fight somebody else before, because like coming across again from that guy that just knocked you out, like, and you seen him knock out Granite Chan, Max Holloway, like that's a lot replaying in your head. Like I don't see it happening. But anyways,
and I feel the same way about Max. We don't know what Max we're gonna get. I'm not trying to be funny.
I personally think the knockouts are different. I've watched Ilia knock out Volk. I watched Volk get knocked out by whatchamacallit. Go back and watch Max getting knocked out. It's more of a TKO than it is a one punch hitter quitter dead.
I'm not disputing that Justin's getting knocked out was worse. I'm not disputing that. Right. But I also think, and this is not me fucking, blowing smoke up your ass. As much as you think I'm not a troll, I'm not a troll. I'm just an honest truth sayer. And I understand sometimes the truth hurts. Right. So with Max getting knocked the fuck out his last fight, do you think now in his own mind, his era of invincibility is hurt a little bit.
No, because I don't think he put as much weight into it as everyone else did.
Okay, that's just you like being a fangirl.
No, that's me watching Max Holloway outside of the UFC, watching him stream, watching him talk, watching him as a person, not him as just when y'all see him on Embedded or on Countdown. Me actually watching, being inside personal groups with him. Y'all put more into that than he did.
Sounds good. And his heart of hearts, though, he knows now that he can. It was kind of like
You
when
don't think he's ever been
DC.
knocked out in the gym before?
Hmm.
You don't think he's ever been knocked out in the gym before?
Don't know. I don't
He
watch his
has.
gym
He
fights.
has. It's
I've
not
never
like
seen
he's
his gym
never been
fights.
knocked out before in his whole entire life, and this is the first time.
I don't
You guys
know.
are smoking crack.
I don't
That's what I'm
know.
saying. That's what I'm saying. You guys
Have
don't
you
know
seen
this.
him get
No,
knocked
of
out
course he
before?
didn't show footage of himself getting knocked out in the gym. Let's not be
Okay.
silly here.
Okay. So you don't know for sure. But I do know for sure that Ilia knocked him the fuck out. I do know that. I saw that
Yeah,
with my
but
two
he
eyes.
has been hurt. He has been unconscious inside of the gym. He has had in gym concussions. Hence why he stopped doing the hard sparring outside of training camps.
We'll see. I'm just saying. I think there's something to be said about someone the first time they lose, right? When that aura of invincibility goes away, I think about that. I can apply it to Umar, or when you got someone like Max, you know what I mean, who gets fucking just raw dogged, and you know, Ilia could have put his cock in his mouth, like it's just crazy.
So, what were we talking about? The two fights?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm hoping that it is on International Fight Week because I will definitely be there for that. That'll just be fun. Um,
be some people get knocked out in the stands. That's for goddamn sure.
yeah, I wonder who else they'll have on that card.
Who knows? Who
Oh, real
cares?
quick, your boy Ankalaev got booked with Alex. The tickets are crazy. The
They're
nosebleed start at 400. I
they're
said y'all
really
tripping off of
riding
Alex.
riding Alex Dick there. But to be
Yeah,
fair, they also have Justin and Dan there as well.
yeah, and I don't know if those tickets are out on sale yet, but maybe this week or next week. But yeah, the nosebleed start at 4. By the time y'all see him, they'll be like 500.
Hey, well, welcome to Trump's America.
Oh my god.
oh, 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 oh.
Oh
The
man.
rich get richer. The rich get richer. That being said, I actually do want to see Alex. I want to see Alex fight. I've never seen him fight. I want to see him fight in person.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to see that, you know, the juju, as they call it.
What do you think about two grapists um being at the inauguration yesterday?
Well, I
Conor
mean,
McGregor, Donald Trump, two
um,
peas in a pod.
there's more than just those grapes there. But speaking of Conor McGregor, that is our hot take.
Ah, let's hear it.
Let me just get the at real fast. Oh, a fan favorite of the show at Zombie Man J.
Hey, it's her guy. Shout out to Zombie.
Has the sport moved on from Conor McGregor?
The sport, yes. The fan base, no. I think that when I say the sport, I'm thinking about actually fighting, the technique. I think Conor McGregor, his inactivity, has just the sport has evolved, and I think that it's left him behind. But the fan base still very much wants to see Conor. Like a large part of the fan base came around during Conor era, and they want to see him. And we talk
Yeah,
about it all the time. The sport is better when he is fighting.
I actually feel bad for all you fucking newbies out there who never got to see Conor when he was an active fighter, when he was fighting 3-4 times a year. You know, y'all never got that. Has the sport moved on? Has the UFC specifically? I guess I would say no. As much as we want to say yes, and we've moved on from it, They have it. Conor says today, I'm fighting tomorrow, and it's signed. Like those same nosebleeds are going to be $1,000 just to walk in the building is $1,000. Hell, the sport hasn't even still really moved on from Habib. People still asking Habib to come back and fight. It's crazy.
That would be nice. I
It would
might have to
have to
see on
be.
that.
It would have to be. Let's say Ilia goes in there, starches, Islam, takes the Dagestan flag and use it for his testicles. Like it would have to be something of biblical or shout out to the Quran proportions for that to even be considered.
See, I don't even think he'd come back then. He would just find him outside in the parking lot. Let's be honest. Habib, street fight brother.
I never lose street fight. I never lose street fight.
You're American. You know fight in the
You
street.
never you've never had a street fight. You American.
Oh, speaking of that, Ilia versus Islam. Who do you honestly think wins?
I don't know. I really don't know. When I think about and this is not me trolling. Obviously, I'm an Ilia meat rider. Pause. Um, I think about how many problems that Volk gave Islam their first fight. You know what I mean?
What about the second?
Same shit. Of him just being smaller, quicker. You know what I mean? But then still, it'll be able to hit like let's say a Justin. I think that could be a real problem for Islam.
So you think Ilia wins?
I think Ilia 100% can win. If I had to bet on the fight today, fuck, that's a pick 'em. But I'd lean toward Ilia for the simple fact that I'm never betting against Ilia again. I didn't do it ever, and then the one time I was like, okay, I'm gonna go, with Ilia to lose, and where did that get me? Max got knocked the fuck out.
Well, you have any other hot takes?
No, that was the only one. Is that a fight that you want to see?
No, because eventually, yes. Eventually, yes, I'd like to see it. I don't want to see it right now just due to the fact that I think Ilia needs to defend at, clear out Diego Lopez, Mozart Evilov, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, fight those people. And then I would be like, all right, he's cleared out the division, the top 10, let's go ahead and get him at 155. Like, just him. Just now, if he decides to vacate the belt and just be like, hey, I'm going up to 155, that's different. Cool. You're going to earn your, quote unquote, earn your way there. But, like, just this whole defend one time or go up and then, nah, come on. Let's clear the division.
He said he would fight a Charles for like a number one contender spot.
Yeah, but the UFC's not gonna let him just fight a regular non-championship fight at 155 while also being a featherweight champion.
There's no one at 145 that's beaten Ilia.
I think there are more people at 145 that can beat Ilia than people at bantamweight that can beat Merab. You agree?
Oh, that's a toughie.
It's
That's
not.
a toughie.
It's not.
Because the thing
Nobody's beating Merab.
yeah, well, that's the thing, right? It's the thing about Merab. Merab doesn't do anything like that. Really, is horrifying. You know what I mean? But that goddamn cardio is horrifying. That's horrifying. And the fact that your boy has the energy to attempt 49 attempts in that one fight is crazy. You
Past the
talk about
GSP for takedowns.
Yeah, shout out to Umar saying that it would never happen on his watch. How did that work out?
Did
I
Dana?
don't, what?
Did Dana say anything crazy this weekend?
No, no,
Oh, not really.
surprisingly not.
No fights this weekend. We get another break, and then after that, what is it, like 6 fights in a row, or 9 fights, something like that?
6 weeks in a row. We get to start off with fucking this fraud of Izzy getting destroyed again. So that's going to be lovely. And that fight's in Saudi Arabia, correct?
Yep.
Why are you shaking your head?
Because you're just such a hater.
Who?
The same man who has sat on this pod for 2 years talking about, I love Izzy. Literally, words have come out of his mouth several times. I love Izzy. I love Izzy. And now he's calling him a fraud and all the rest of the shit. This is why I tell y'all, stop saying you don't love them. You do not.
I
You do
do
not.
love them. I love these. I love my fighters. You can't tell me I don't love El Kukui.
I'm not talking about El Kukui. I'm talking about you saying
You
that you
can't
love
tell
Izzy
me
and then
that I
turning
don't
around.
love Stephen Thompson. I support habitual losers. Like UFC all-time great losers. BJ
BJ
Penn. Like just significant losing streaks, right? God
with
forbid.
you.
Listen, thank God I'm not a Santa Alvey fan. I just be let me just grab all 5 of them, of the biggest losers ever. Let me just rope them all in. Hee haw, you know what I mean?
What do you think about Dana saying they don't know about Patricio coming over, but they do know they want Aaron Pico?
Probably because Patricio wants more moolah, knows his worth, knows his value.
He's also 37, right?
Who gives a fuck?
I do. They do.
Alex came over when he was what, 36?
No, because Alex is 36 now.
I thought
30,
Alex was older.
37 now.
I thought Alex was like 39 now.
No. He's 37. He turned 37 in July.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a
Damn,
scary motherfucker.
He's only 35.
Who?
Israel Adesanya. Quit
Nigga's
playing.
washed. I predict he retires after he loses.
You're exhausting.
Do you not? Okay, just play this game with me.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out there and he gets ragdolls and loses a fight. Should he not retire?
No. Getting ragdoll. Ooh.
If you're not in this sport to be a champion, why are you here? Shout out to
You're
Kevin
Kevin
Holland.
Holland. You're Kevin Holland. You're here for a paycheck. You're here for a good time. But him getting ragdoll. Now, for me, somebody getting ragdoll is like, it's a bad performance. It looked bad. But I'd much rather get ragdolled than knocked the fuck out. Than battered, kicked in the head like Kevin Holland against Wonder Boy. You know what I mean? Like those type of ass beat. Getting your ass beat is different, in my opinion. When you start
Depends.
getting your ass beat, that's a problem. You get ragdoll, you get taken down with little pitter patter bullshit. You're fine afterwards. Whatever.
I think for me, it depends on what type of ragdolling we're talking about. Think about like Habib and Edson Barbosa, just ragdolling him.
That's not what I'm talking about. See, to me, that's getting your ass beat.
Izzy's gonna get his ass beat. Your definition.
Oh, okay. So you're that high on your boy Imanov.
No, I'm not low on Izzy
Why?
because I just think he was a flash in the pan.
A flash in the pan.
Yeah.
A
Did I stutter?
multi-defending champion. You know what? You almost got me with the rage bait, but I'm not going to do it because I know that you're just literally being a troll.
First of all, there's nothing trolly about me. I don't troll. I don't rage bait.
Literally just being a fucking troll.
No, I'm not. Listen, and there was a time where I liked Izzy for like a hot second. I'm just saying.
If it's your first time watching the podcast, every February, we do keep tallies of all the black fighters that are fighting. Last year was a good year. Last year was a good year. Yes,
No, it
last
wasn't.
year was.
Year
The year
before
before that
was a good year.
terrible. No, the year before that
Are you
was
sure?
awful. I'm 100% positive. Because I remember going into last year, we were like, hey, it got to be better than the year before. And it was. So, I'm hoping, that it doesn't look too crazy. Hopefully CJ can come on the pod.
Who?
If you have a problem with, us going for black fighters, do not subscribe. Keep on pushing.
Well,
Enjoy your
I don't support just black fighters. That's
Yeah,
you.
but so what happens when like I say, "Oh, I'm going for all Hawaiians"? Like is that a problem too?
Yeah, it's still racist,
Why? Oh, it's racist again too.
or shall I say prejudice?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, against everyone else.
Oh, okay.
You are rooting for an outcome, something that someone is that they were born a certain way, and you're holding that against them.
No, I'm not. I'm
Yes, you are.
celebrating Hawaiians and I'm rooting for them. I'm not pushing against, bad mouthing, talking bad about any other person. I'm just going for the Hawaiians. What's wrong with that?
I mean, hey, it's Trump's America. You can do whatever you want to do.
Going for your people is a problem?
It's Trump's America. You can do
I,
whatever you
I
want to
can't
do.
go for my people. I can't say, hey,
Are you
chihu.
Hawaiian?
Yes, nigga, what? Are you crazy?
You're
Don't
my sister. I had
identify.
no idea you were Hawaiian.
I'm trans Hawaiian. I identify as a Hawaiian.
Oh God, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Chihu.
That's a problem. Holy shit! You're letting your boy Kate get a fucking headlining spot? Oh my God! Oh
Who?
my God!
Who?
Cape is getting a headliner.
Gabe. Who is Gabe?
Cape.
Oh, Manila. Yucky.
He's headlining. That's crazy.
I hate him.
Well, I hope he gets raw dogged. Pause.
Man's just for real though. Like he just talks a whole bunch of shit and like just so fucking annoying, dude.
Yeah, agreed.
Hey, that dude Charles Johnson is on there. I like Charles.
Hey, it's at the
Um,
Apex. You can go and fucking cheer against him.
Actually, I do plan on going to that Apex card.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
trying to.
really nothing really too exciting until we get to DDP,
Oh,
who's
that's the
arguably
week.
the most exciting champ in the UFC.
All right, guys. With that, we're
No,
gonna go
no,
ahead
no,
and
no,
get
no,
out
no,
of here
no.
because
I'm
we
being
know that
serious.
Jace is just
No,
chatting
I'm
shit.
not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
This weekend we have Irish versus Dagestan. Who you got? PFL.
PFL, country
Paul
of
Hughes.
800 million going in country against 40.
Shout out to
What do
Khabib.
you mean? What do you mean?
Alhamdulillah. I know you hate when I say this.
Alhamdulillah. I know you hate to say this. I smash your boy. McChicken, I smash.
I'm gonna smash your boy. Shout out to Habib.
Shout out to Habib, bro.
God.
Listen, there's something about people who they know like 18 words exactly, but can just use the fuck out of 18 words. I've been there before.
Hey, make it work for you.
Yeah. PFL
Um,
card that was weak.
yeah, I don't even know who's on it. Let me see. Oh, Nemkov is on there.
Yeah, he's the co-main event. And shout out to them. They're actually putting it on a Saturday.
Yeah, because the UFC's not on.
It's on Max. I
Oh,
will be
is it?
watching. Yeah, I will be
Thank you.
watching.
Look
I've
at
got
you.
Max.
Look at you helping
Well,
us
I'm an
find out what a
MMA
is.
fan. I'm not just a UFC fan.
Stop it. You do not be watching this shit.
I'm an MMA fan.
You might be an MMA fan, but you do not be watching PFL. Because I hit you up and you be like, oh, send me the link, brother. Russian link.
It's only 70.
Russian
I
link.
got a link. Russian link, free.
Let me see real quick.
You don't think DDP is the most exciting champ?
Over Ilia?
Yeah.
Let's just start there.
Yes.
Over Alex Pereira.
Close.
You're
That's
smoking
the
dope.
only one.
You're
That's the
literally
only one.
smoking dope
No, no,
because
no,
you
no, no, no,
want
no. I'm
to.
being serious.
No, he's not. No,
here's
he's
the,
not. There's
here's the
nothing
thing.
exciting about him at all.
Yes, stop it. Every fight he's in is fucking exciting. People like to talk shit about DDP. I don't know why. Right? He's a class guy. Right? He's a class guy. Comes from a good family. Great African champ. You know what I mean? I got to support my people. He's African. I'm African. African American. I got to support my people.
No, you're
Um,
not.
what?
You're not African.
Every fight he's in is exciting.
You're not
People talk
African.
shit. I'm African American.
No, he's not.
DDP is African. What are you talking about?
I say no. You're not African American.
I'm African American.
You're Filipino.
DDP's African. But
Anyway,
every
that's
fight,
a WB right there. Jace is a WB with a
I don't
great
know what that
can.
means. Um, anyways, DDP is just such an exciting fighter. All his fights are exciting. Can we at least agree that no one knows what DDP is going to do in a fight?
Yeah, that doesn't make him exciting.
See, I beg to differ. I find that exciting.
Cool. Cool
He
story.
doesn't have like a quote unquote style. He's just a fighter.
He's just goofy. Yeah, so Umar or Usman Nurmagomedov. Wouldn't that be crazy if we see two Nurmagomedovs lose back to
I'm
back?
rooting for Hughes. Do you think Conor will be in the building?
Has to. Has to be there. Has to be there.
I don't think so. Because
You don't think
Habib's
so?
going to be in the building.
Connor's going to be there. Where's Noah? Where's Noah?
Hey, like your boy Habib said, it's on site forever.
They're not gonna do that in Dubai though. They're not gonna act like he ain't gonna act like that in Dubai.
Who?
Habib.
Talk about where to do something and walk away unscathed with a Diet Coke.
Shout out to Brendan Schwab.
Shout out to Ben Schwab.
Yeah, I'm not
That is
excited.
the
I'm
place to
only
do
gonna
it.
watch this main event. I'm not gonna lie. What time is it on? God damn, come on, PFL, get your shit together. Have it readily available for me. On this page, I should be able to look and see immediately what time this fight starts. Let's go to the main page and see if it tells me exactly what time and where I can watch this. This is very simple fucking marketing. Okay, great. Nope, that says that this tournament starts April. I'm not worried about April. I'm worried about these fights up here at the fucking top. Basic ass fucking marketing. God damn. Why do I look? Nowhere on this front page tells me when the fight starts. Are you kidding? Like, this is infuriating.
Now who's rage baiting?
I'm not rage baiting. I'm actually having a fucking fit.
No, I'm not saying I'm not the rage baiter. It's PFL.
God. Even when I click on how to watch, like, I still have a whole drop down of bullshit. I'm not worried about the PFL World Championship, PFL. I want to know, even when I came here and I clicked on schedule, you got world champions, super fights, all this bullshit. Get this shit out of here. I don't know what fight is happening this weekend. I need to know. And I can't do that because if I click on world tournament, you show me fucking shit about April. Okay, now I'm like, well, what is this fight that's taking place this fucking weekend? And I go and I click on Super Fight Pay-Per-View. Oh, it's not a fucking pay-per-view. Oh my God. Let me go back to the look. The PFL schedule. Is this a PFL fight? No, we don't know because Bellator got rid of. Okay, I click on that and then this is ridiculous. No, it's still not it.
I love when you clicked on the World Tournament and their video was a YouTube link. Supposed to do their own stuff.
Okay, this is the Champion Series. We finally get to see. It gives me the date. I click matchups. It takes me back to the page that I was on that doesn't give me a time or a location. How to watch. Here we go. We have to click this little blue button that we can barely fucking see, PFL. This is ridiculous. Oh, we can watch it on Max. What time? What time?
This is too funny.
Oh, God.
This is too
funny.
funny.
How can I get behind this, you guys? That's what I'm talking about right there. I can't I still don't know. I still don't know. And I've wasted enough time on this podcast trying to look for it.
Hold on.
Someone comment down below what time the damn fight starts.
It's in the morning.
What time?
1 p.m. Eastern.
Till 10 a.m.
So for a West Coast nigga like me, that's the main card. The prelims start at 11 a.m. Eastern.
I'm only watching the top fight.
I'm
What did
watching
you have to
top
do to
two.
get that?
I'm watching top two.
Who did you have to see that?
I am on MMA Junkie.
Oh, you had to go to a whole different website to find out when the fight starts. PFL, do better.
Do better. And with that,
We are out. Peace.
glory, glory, man united.